Merry Sundawn Piecers. He is the CEO of CEOs. He doesn't just sink ships, he sinks the competition. In this video, I sit down with Giuliano and go over his iceberg deck list. Stay tuned because after the deck profile, I put Giuliano through the gauntlet as we test Iceberg's performance against some of the top decks. So let's begin.
What's the first card?
First card, the most important card in any deck in One Piece, not just Iceberg. You have to be running one signature Oda card. Mandatory.
Now you bought that, right?
No, I pulled it today in my first O5 box, and I was.
Oh my god, you've got to be the luckiest guy.
Yeah, so you have to. I have to find a way to run it in the Iceberg deck, but that may not be possible. But
next set.
Yeah, next set.
Red, purple Iceberg.
Yeah. Ooh. I guess if we're doing leaders that can't attack, I can play this in VV. So there may be some spice.
All right, on to the real list.
Yeah, so this card will be this deck will be based around the Water 7 Gallery Law engine. Again, Iceberg can play a Gallery Law Company card. But the most important card in the deck is going to be the Capitalist card, Gallery Law Company. It's a 3-cost stage. Once per turn, you can rest it, and that allows you to set a Dawn as rested. Since for the Iceberg ability, you are doing Dawn -1, ideally to play out your Gallery Law Company cards. This helps you basically break out even with the Iceberg ability and maintain a healthy curve. Right. This has usually been a hard mulligan, except if I have like a really good hand and I have a copy of Kokoro. So Kokoro, 4 copies, standard searcher card. Lets you search out any of the Gallery Law company type characters, or if you need to find it, it can help you dig for your Gallery Law Company card. So,
right.
Yeah, so Kokoro, it really helps with the consistency. Standard thing, searcher, not too crazy. The cards that will be at the heart of the deck are the 5-cost Gallery Law Company cards that you can cheat out fairly easily with Iceberg. They all have a 5-cost 6K base, which is really good because it can be very difficult for your opponent to clear them. There's a world of difference mid and early game of clearing a 5-cost body versus clearing a 6-cost body. So the one that we are not running 4 of, only 3, Tilestone. Tilestone, again, it's got the 5-cost 6K base. It's always good to have a 6K body on board, but Tilestone's ability is on KO. You get to ramp a Dawn, and it's actually not that good since Iceberg can't attack. Your board is your most important resource. So if you are actually getting Tilestone's ability off, it means he's getting KO'd and he's really and you're really falling behind in board state. So Tilestone, he's at 3 of. I didn't want to cut him out completely because just being able to play a 6K body is always really good. And sometimes if I'm going against a deck with heavier removal, I like to use Tilestone and play him first to bait out the opponent's removal to get rid of Tilestone. And then that way I can start playing my better Gallery Law Company type cards.
And you still get compensation with that, so it doesn't feel totally...
Yeah. So, and the other Gallery Law Company cards are really good, so you want to save them. The next one will be 4 of the 5-cost Lucci. When I first started like playing this deck, theory crafting on Sim, I wasn't too gung-ho on this card, but the more I play, the more I realize how really good this card is. For Dawn -1 when attacking, you can rest a 5K blocker, or any card that's 5K, with Queen becoming a lot more prevalent in the meta with the rise of purple. Being able to, rest blockers and going for the kill is really important. And also, since Iceberg is all about board state, Lucci will let you rest your opponent's active characters so you can start, trying to clear board instead of giving your opponent more resources by swinging into their life. Next up in the deck, this is without a doubt my favorite of the Gallery Law Company cards, Kaku. What makes Kaku so great is that Dawn -1 when attacking, he gains Banish, meaning your opponent burns their life instead of drawing it. This is particularly essential against Katakuri or any yellow deck because of all the triggers they get. It's really important to find as many Kakus as you can and just start doing a lot of Banish swings so they don't, play a big board state, get Sanjis or Parosparrows or Thunderbolts off trigger. Arguably the best Katakuri player at our locals, I've never been able to beat him, even with Nami, and I am a pretty good Nami player. I am actually the best Nami player in the United States, but I still could not beat him. I finally beat him for the first time ever last Wednesday with Iceberg because of Kaku.
How many did you get off in the game?
I got 3 banish hits with Kaku. That is devastating. And they were, it was Thunderbolt, Blocker Sanji, and Capone Gang Beji.
Yeah, that's unbelievable.
Yeah. Kaku is great. I mean, banish is always good, but it's particularly lethal against yellow.
Yeah.
Next up, we will have 4 copies of Poly. If anybody has an Altar Poly out there, I'm trying to find the last one to max rarity this deck out. Poly is another card that I wasn't super sold on at the beginning, but the more I play, I really like Poly.
I was gonna say, I the more I've played as well, you start to see so many combos with Poly that you didn't really realize before, and his ability to regain the board state also.
Yeah,
the big momentum swings.
Yeah.
Huge.
So when you play Poly, if you can pay 2 Dawn to ramp a Dawn as active, and then if you have 8 or more Dawn, you can kill a character with a cost of 4 or less. Poly is really good for, again, like, Poly lets you build your board while also clearing your opponent's board. And then if you get later into the game with 10 Dawn, you can finagle it so that you can actually play 2 Polys and clear 2 bodies at once.
Yep.
So Poly is Poly's great. I wish he had at least some counter on him because he can brick a little bit at times, but Poly is a fantastic card, and I'm glad non-Iceberg players are starting to see the light. So that's it for the 5 cost 6Ks in the deck, but that is not all for Water 7 and Galila Company type cards. We have 4 copies of Khalifa, probably the best generic purple 2K in the game. Khalifa's ability is when you play her and then you attack, you can subtract 1 Dawn to draw 2 cards and trash 1 card. It's really good cycling, and Khalifa just gives you so many resources that she becomes a pseudo blocker. And if you don't play her, she's still a 2K in your hand. So whether Khalifa is on the board or she's in your hand, she always feels great. The only thing is that a lot of times it doesn't feel great playing Khalifa with your Iceberg effect Dawn minusing. It feels a lot better to get a 6K body than a 4K body. But, if you are in a tight spot, you can cheat off Khalifa off the Iceberg ability.
Do you find with this deck list you run into like short-handing yourself ever? Do you think that like your card draw is...
No, I actually, we'll get into this more, but I think my favorite part about the Iceberg deck, aside from the board building and board control you get, is that this is one of the most consistent decks in the game with regards to card draw and card cycling. So Khalifa is just one of the many cards in this deck that let you draw. Next up, we have 4 copies of Frankie.
2K.
That's all it is. It's a Water 7 2K. I've been playing Iceberg for 2 weeks at many locals, and I have no clue what this card does. On your opponent's attack once per turn, Dawn -1. If your leader has the Water 7 type, up to 1 of your leader or character cards gains 1,000 power during this battle. This card sucks. This card is trash. Yeah, but it's a searchable 2K. So it does help with consistency. I actually had one game where I did my Kokoro search. It was against Red Purple Luffy, and I drew my I drew the first 4 cards off of Kokoro, and none of them were Water 7. And I was like, oh my god, am I about to whiff in a deck that's like 60-70% Water 7 type? But my 5th card was a Frankie, so I was able to add it to my hand, and I won that game by having exactly enough counter to save my last life because of the Khalifa, and I was able to kill Red Purple Luffy on the crackback. So, having a 2K that you can search is always very good. In that specific game, if that 2K was something more generic like an X-Drake, I would have lost. So I like the consistency of having Frankie as a 2K that's searchable. That's the only thing the deck runs in terms of 2Ks. 8, I find that's not normally the amount of 2Ks I play with. I usually do a little more, but in this deck, since you have so much card draw, it feels like a good number. The last card I am running that fits the Water 7 package will be 2 copies of Top Knot. Dawn -2, you can bottom deck one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 4 or less. Bottom decking, best type of removal in the game.
Oh yeah.
And then also, if you get a trigger, you just get to activate the main effect without resting the Dawn to bottom deck a 4 cost. I actually got one off of Trigger today against Katakuri. I got paired up against my wife at locals for the first time. And I used that to bottom deck a Sanji blocker. No hard feelings in the family. You do have to subtract 2 Dawn after you play it to bottom deck, but you get so much Dawn ramp in this deck, and so it doesn't normally feel bad to use it. And again, being able to bottom deck gets around a lot of pesky cards like Borsalino, for instance. So I like 2 copies of Top Knot. I would not want to go more than that. So that is all the Water 7 cards and Galley Law Company type cards. Now we get into the more generic, like good purple cards. So there will be 4 copies of Miss All Sunday. When you play Miss All Sunday, 5 costs, you get to ramp a Dawn, and then if you have 6 or more cards, you get to draw a Dawn. This helps, again, with your ramp, especially since you're doing Dawn minus a lot with Iceberg, given the nature of his ability and a lot of the card effects. So this, along with Galley Law Company, helps you maintain a healthy curve, and it gives you a little more card draw, and it gives you an extra body on board. Also, her trigger ability, Dawn -2, you can play her off life. This feels really good to get, like, late game, when you're already at like 7, like 9, 10, 9, 8 Dawn, something like that. Because even though you're minusing 2 Dawn, you're getting a body on board, you're getting some of that Dawn back, and you're getting more card draw. So I love Miss All Sunday. This is probably just like my favorite generic purple card. Next up, we have another very good generic purple card. 4 copies of Queen. Like, some people are saying, Queen's pretty expensive right now. What can I do to replace Queen? You can't. It's just an unfortunate reality. The card's expensive right now because it's really, really good. Should have, been here since day one with the One Piece card game when you got a starter deck Kaido for $15 and you get 2 Queens in there. But Queen, another fantastic blocker. Dawn -1, draw 2, trash 1, a lot of cycling. Again, Queen sticks at that 6K base. So all of the cards in your deck primarily are at least 6K. So Queen, really good blockage, really good draw. Just a fantastic purple card in general. There's a reason why it's a staple of any purple deck. Next up for blockers, we have 3 copies of Wire from Starter Deck. Why Wire? I saw that some people in the nascent Iceberg community that is out there are playing the 4-cost purple Law blocker from Starter Deck 10. However, I think Wire complements the deck so much better. Wire's ability is when you Dawn -1, you can draw a card and trash a card. So it gives you really good cycle. And because with Iceberg, you're doing Dawn -1 basically every turn, Wire just really helps with consistency and cycling. So I really like the Wire. It is a little easier to remove, but, the card cycle really helps. Next up, we have 4 copies of the Blocker Kid. This is the only new card from set 5 that's been incorporated, but I think it's what the deck really needed to go from like an F tier deck to a really good C tier deck. Yeah. So
Playable.
Yeah, playable. Hey, I've gone like 4-1 at locals, like, 3 or 4 times in a row already. I've gotten winter cards. I pulled alt arts from my prizing packs I got. So, it can, Iceberg can do some work. And the Kid I found, it's only the first day of set 5, but the Kid has been really helping. Again, it's a 6K base, which is always good on a blocker, and it really complements the deck in terms of having, everything having at least a 6K base. Makes it so typically, unless, a couple leaders, your opponent has to invest some Dawn to try and clear your board. But the thing that makes Kid a perfect fit for this deck is that once per turn, when you Dawn minus, you get the Dawn back set as active. So that basically neutralizes the Iceberg effect to say playing a Galley Law Company type card from your hand is now free. And not only is it free, it kind of gives you an extra Dawn to play with every turn, since the rested Dawn you can minus gets set as active. During one game today, I had 2 Kid blockers on board, so the Iceberg ability became play a 5-cost or less Galley Law character, ramp a Dawn. So Kid is very good. I've decided, since I am taking this to nationals, as I said, I'm gonna do 4 manga Kids. We're gonna really bling out this deck and go all out. I just bought my first one, picking it up tomorrow. So we're using some of that Christmas bonus to pick up some manga Kids.
I don't know what's going to be more shocking, people seeing Iceberg round 3 or seeing 4
manga Kids on the board. Last but not least, we have the boss monster of the deck.
Punch it home.
Yeah. 2 copies of the Rush Kaido, staple card in purple since day 1. Dawn -5, you get to KO one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 6 or less. Again, it kind of goes with the iceberg thing of building a board while clearing board. And then this also gains Rush. With a lot of purple decks, when I watch games, it seems like the purple Kaido is a lot of times a win more card. But with Iceberg, since your leader can't attack, a lot of times your 6-cost Galley Law Company cards are like enough to kind of like almost get you to the hill of victory, but then Kaido gives you that extra push to get over the hump and win. So only 2 copies. I like that number. With the amount of draw and cycling you're getting in this deck, you are going to most likely see at least 1 a game, and all you need in this deck is 1 to really go in for the kill. So that is the Iceberg deck. I've really been enjoying it. It's very different to play, but I really like it. It's a lot of fun, and then people have this existential moment of dread that you can see in their face the second they realize, oh my god, I'm about to lose to Iceberg in the finals. Yeah, it feels great.
Yeah, I like when they start to realize like there's just too many bodies on board.
Yeah,
the swarm is real.
Yeah,
it's
and like
overwhelming.
I've had people say that they're like, this is just such a wide board, and I don't have like it's intimidating when you have 5 bodies staring you down on board, and you have an empty board because they've just been clearing it every turn. No, great.
All right.
I'm Luffy, and I'll be king of the pirates. Right, this is it. Can Luffy take out the iceberg? I think we go first again. I got the choice all times. Maybe I should have tried going second just to play sub-optimally. We will... We've got this. Let's keep this because we've got the kid blocker too, which is awesome. I haven't got to use that card yet. And turn 2, I'll draw. I'll play this most likely, unless he's got 7. If he's got 6 at the end of this, I swing to life. He takes. Then I'll play the blocker. Okay, he's got 6. Does he take? He takes. All right. So now we activate the leader ability. Play law. Bam. That was a nice play. Alright. I'm glad I put my face over the chat box. He's cussing up a storm. First with the Kaku again. I've been seeing so many Kakus. Alright, we're definitely going to be playing this law blocker. We've got 2 law blockers. And why don't we go... Alright, next turn I'll get another kid. What could I do with 8 Dawn? Nothing. Maybe I'll play a queen. Another kid blocker. Look at this. Having kid and queen. It's so good. I'm not sure what to get rid of. I might just get rid of this. It's got no counter. Now I'm up to 3 Dawn. I could take a life, dump this. Ooh, that feels good. That feels strong. I'm just gonna swing huge next turn and hope to win. And if I can't win, I'll be within one. And no, maybe, I don't know. Just play it slow, steady. Control the board. Iceberg can't attack, so. Oh no. Do we offer the rematch? Cheese out the poly, then he gets the Kaido. We will resolve that. No trigger. I think we could play the 7-cost king next turn. Maybe we go to life, to life. Probably gonna block 2K. Ooh. I guess you didn't wanna. I think that was a small misplay by him. All right, let's go. I think that's it. End turn. We've got this kid. That's gonna help. We've got this. If he puts out a low-cost blocker, we've got this. Nope, another big blocker. Ten to 6. Oh, top nuts. This is good in a deck that keeps getting so much done now with this, between this and this. I think we. No blocker, 2K out of that. 6 to 6, no blocker, will 1K out of that. Probably should have used this one. This, we will take it. I was looking for Kaido. This is scary. Get rid of this. He's at 8. Let's put him at 10. Swing here. Use his card action. Get Luffy up to 6. I guess I should have just attached another Dawn. Yeah, I should have definitely attached that third Dawn to swing into Poly. I might be forced.
If he's got a 2K counter, he can get out of this. If he's got 2 1K counters, he could get out of this. I think we'll just keep the 3. Man, I should have attached that down. Damn. $9K to 6. We will counter out. We'll block. We'll stack everything on Kid. Damn, he had the 2K. Alright, we should have enough on board to save ourselves, and if he swings, we just need to keep one on board. Alright, he gets another little blocker on board. Delaying the inevitable, maybe. It's actually looking pretty scary for me. He's had Kaido on board for so long. 10 to 6. We will do we counter out? Maybe we should have blocked. Alright, perfect. Alright, so I got this, which is going to pop the blocker. He's going to have 2 blockers left, and I can swing with everything. I think I took it. We can pop 1 blocker. He's got 2 blockers left. We'll have 5 swings. Come on, baby. GG. We'll go 7 to life. We'll go 8 to life. We'll go 7 to life. Two to 1. The purple Luffy takes it. Next deck. All right. Let's go with Sakazuki. Are you ready to face justice? It's Sakazuki time. I will have my revenge. Community servings. That's my role as Sakazuki. I serve the community by making sure no intellectuals get off an island. That's justice. Ooh. Ooh, we will keep. So this is the card that I was missing also for good combos. End turn. Ooh, maybe I should have played this. Activate 1, rest this character, return 2 cards from your trash to the bottom of your deck in any order. Return 1 cost 3 to 5 black character card from your trash to your hand. Turn 1 should have played this. That's the play. Just gotta take a breather. Just gotta think. Just gotta focus. Alright, so we got this on board. Don't forget to minus a cost every time. Don't forget to use the leader ability. I should have done that at the beginning of the turn. Select a card to trash. So you have to trash before you draw. Got two 2Ks. I guess we'll do this. Okay. So next turn with 5 Dawn, we can play this with this. Do this, plus this, and this. So we go this. We go, so we can actually just go, we don't have to play this turn, we can, right? Because that's a cost of 2. Yep. It takes. Do I have, oh, I don't even have 3 cards in my trash. What am I doing? Oh my god. Alright, another thing to remember. Alright, 3 cards in my trash, so it's gonna be a couple turns before I use that. Interesting. Next turn I'll have 7. Oh man, I should have not even used Tashigi. I could have just played a blocker and ended turn. So Tashigi plus this will mean, or if I do this, if I just swing -1, then I can play this and pop this. Nice. We're forced to save it just because I've got 2 cards in hand. Oh, 4 to 4. That was so dumb. Oh my god, I hate myself. This is so bad. Three. I should have trashed a card earlier. Interesting. I do have 4 cards now, so I can do this. Very interesting. Oh, select card. I keep forgetting to minus a cost. In turn. Yeah, I definitely am not good with the control style here. Not picking the right pockets and messing up the combos. Anyone have any good tips for Sakazuki? Am I gonna go 0-2 to Iceberg? I'm gonna have to open a pack to get over my depression. Okay, he pops this. Goes with Banish. 9. I think we have to just block it. Oh man. So -2, -3. Takaku minus this. Yep, smart. Saves it. Wait, did he over his counter there? Didn't he have 10? Yep. You just said it. We will have to probably get this. Then play a 3 or cost or less. Why did I not get the sheet? Oh, okay, I'm learning the combos here, so I could have picked up the Shigi and played it instantly. I didn't finish reading this card. I definitely need some more Sakazuki practice. Reverend to 8. That's what I can do. This game already feels so bad. Yeah, I lost big time. No, no trigger. Cost of 2, so I could go -4, -5. So I could go 7 cost. Or I could go -2, -6, -7. Okay, so I could do it there. -2, -6. -7. Okay. Okay, trash the card, we'll get rid of Luffy. We got this. Okay. We got rid of the big threat, right? That's something. Got rid of the big threat. Still looks a little dire. Don't think I'm gonna survive this turn. 8. Yep, can't do anything. GG. I got crushed. I definitely need to practice this deck more though. I fudged the combos a bit. It's time. You cannot beat a god, mere mortal. I was like, yeah, I got it. What? Damn. All right. Well, GG. All right. Let's see. Gotta use my board clear a little bit better. I think I want to go first. This is a... If I never attack his life and play this turn 3, that might have value. Let's just try it. We've got Sparrow, which is good. We've got 2/2K counters. I'm not gonna win, he says. Whoa, 3 Capones. Now that's a gang. We got the gang right here. Gang's all here. 2 Dawn, enter. Nothing to do. Draw a card. Okay, so we got this. They have 1 life or not. We will put down the Sparrow. So he doesn't have company card this turn, this game. That looks very good for us. Let's not attack his life because he doesn't have company card. We're gonna play a slow play game. Control the board a little bit, wait till we get my higher costs, then I'm gonna force some hard decisions on him. He gets Miss All Sunday on the board. 6 Dawn now, so he's got a little Dawn ramp even though he doesn't have the company card. And he gets Tilestone out, so that's another good Dawn ramp card for him. Alright, now with 6 Dawn, I will play this. KO, so we'll KO this. Even though it has less attack, I didn't want to give him the extra Dawn. And we will swing... Did we swing for life yet? No. Let's just end turn. We want to Thunderbolt his kids, I think. If we save Thunderbolt for his kid blocker. Especially if he doesn't have company card, we can starve him. Okay, so he pops that. We will get... You know, we could just get this and play that again. Oh, I can't. That's... Whoops. I need a specific one. I can get Sanji, right? No, it's not. I can only get Brule. I was thinking of Pudding. Pudding searches for Sanji. Sparrow does not. And that makes a lot of sense thematically. Okay, so we got this again. This KO is also right. Yep. Interesting. So I don't have... I mean, we could keep giving him targets. We could do this. This actually might be a good card to play. Trash 2, I could trash this, and If I play this in Brûlée, let's do it. Let's do this. Oh, what? What is that card draw? Are you kidding me? Alright, so we don't need this. We don't need this. Look at this hand. Alright, we'll do this. We're not going to give him cards. We're just going to keep ending the turn. So Yamato's going to pop somebody. Any 9 cost. I can pop Kaido right now. Yep, he pops this. Let's see him swing for life. I got 1 or less life too, so this also keeps me around 1 life. He's just not swinging a life. I'm not swinging. Okay, so Khalifa's a good target right now. So let's deploy this and we'll kill Khalifa. He wants to just concede. Hey, I'll let him. I see he's got a lot of cards in Dawn. It's too early to surrender. I like to play with my food. Seven, no blocker, we'll take. I guess we'll use the trigger. I don't want him to attack because I don't want to attack him anyway. Although now he's at 10 Dawn, so actually I can get rid of him. 9. No trigger. Alright, so this next turn I'm going to blow this up, or blow this up, swing, swing, swing. Play this card. Select 2 cards to trash, trash this, trash this. We've got 9 cards. Good thing he doesn't have the law blocker. Not that it really would matter. Okay, now he's got this. So, I will pop this. Pop this. Alright, so we'll go with Yamato, pop this. By not attacking life also, it helps with Yamato. So that's pretty much it. We just stall. That's the game plan. Oh, I didn't realize, so I can't play this now, but that's okay. You can go 6 to 6. Six to 6. Nine to 6. And that's it. We found the strategy here. I don't think I'm losing again. I don't think I'm going to lose my next game either. No more pack openings tonight. He just said in chat he just got the company card, so he seems upset about it. That's how sad it feels. Ooh, that is not a bad play. I can go to 11, 13, 15, 16. I can't save it. But that's okay. We've got another one on board, and we've got another one coming. Yep, we'll kill Lucci. We'll go 6. We'll go 6. We'll go 9. He concedes. 1-1. Let's just jump back in it. This is the last game. This is for all the marbles. This is what it's come down to. Game over. Iceberg. Hey guys, Iceberg's good.
Subscribe. See you guys next time. One piece.